Welcome back to the debate. It is 4 years to the day since Jurgen Klopp took over as manager of Liverpool. Great scenes there, Clinton. Always smiling, Jurgen, isn't he? Great guy.
What a manager.
Where does he rank for you, though, in terms of great Premier League managers? I know that you're a big fan of him, but
he's up there.
Where does he rank?
Definitely, he's one of the best in the business at the moment, without a shadow of a doubt. And if Liverpool go on and win the Premier League, he could become one of the best. I know Pep's up there, definitely. Sir Alex Ferguson. There's loads, but he's definite. I like him. I sit back now and I watch Liverpool, and being the next player, I wish I could have played for a club like that
and
play under him, because I love my managers like that on the sideline, the passion he shows, and he just looks brilliant. He's like one of those managers, if I was feeling down and I'm going into training, he'd give me that lift straight away, put his arm around me and tell me I'm the best, and it gives you that lift. He looks like he's a brilliant man manager, and you can see the way Liverpool are playing at the moment and the togetherness that there is with the team when they come off, and when he's winning, he's punching the air and he goes onto the pitch, win, lose or draw, and hugs all of his players. I like that.
Fans as well.
And the fans as well. He's a brilliant manager.
So what he does off the pitch for you as well, as important as what he does on it, is there a reason why he wants to play under?
Yeah, what you do off the pitch is brilliant, even in training with man management. You can see there's not one player that comes out in Liverpool and has a moan about his manager. Not one player has a moan about his manager. Everyone wants to be there, even if you're not in the starting 11. And that's credit to Jurgen Klopp, and that's why he's one of the best managers around in world football at the moment.
Rachel, Clinton touched upon it there. Great manager, speaks very highly of him, but does he need a Premier League winners' medal on his CV to be considered and compared to some of the Premier League greats?
Yeah, I think if you look at what they did last season and then what they've done this season, if he didn't win the league, they're 8 points clear, and I know there's still a long way to go, but surely that you've got to look at that as failure. For him, to satisfy himself, has to win the Premier League, I think.
Yeah, I think they're in a great position. I do believe this is the year he'll rather win the Premier League than the Champions League. Champions League,
because he's done that. He's won
and
the Champions League.
And I do believe this is it, the Premier League. And I don't write Man City off, because with Pep Guardiola, the best manager, I do believe in world football at the moment, and the group of players they've got there, they're still in it together. But you have to give credit to Jurgen Klopp, what he's done at Liverpool, the players he's got in there, the way they're playing together. If you watch Mane at the moment, outstanding. Yeah. The way Mane's come into that Liverpool team and the way he's playing at the moment this season, I think he's a key player alongside Fabinho, who sits in front of the back four. And I'm not even talking about Virgil van Dijk, the best defender in the world at the moment. That's how good Liverpool are at the moment. Even the captain, Jordan Henderson, he's been brilliant this season. There's a real togetherness there at Liverpool, and that's all down to Jurgen Klopp.
And does he deserve a lot of credit for his signings as well? Because we can have a look at Jurgen Klopp's first game in charge. This was against Tottenham. At White Hart Lane. Now, seriously, when you look at Tottenham's team, a lot of the names are still the same from that. Only 3 Liverpool players from that starting lineup, Milner, Lallana and Origi, still at the club, including the substitutions, that is. So he's made wholesale changes. So as well as the man management side of things, deserves a lot of credit for the recruitment side of things as well. Yeah,
definitely. The players that he's brought into the football club have been excellent, outstanding, and look at him, they're all gelling together. Testament has to go to James Milner. What a great professional. There, 2015, scoring a winning penalty on the weekend. One of the best pros there is. Everyone will tell you that. Every player will say one of the best pros around. Hopefully, he does get a new contract at Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp would want to keep a player like James Milner, but he has brought really well key players. Everyone says what Liverpool needed last season, he went and done that. He brought a brilliant goalkeeper in Alisson and brought the best centre-back in the world for me in Virgil van Dijk, and he improved them, won the Champions League. If he wins the Premier League now, good times are back at Liverpool anyway, but great times are ahead for Liverpool.
Great times. Interesting quotes, Rachel, as well. Jurgen Klopp saying that he's thinking of taking a sabbatical. So he's thinking of taking a sabbatical potentially at the end of his Liverpool contract when it expires at the end of 2021-2022. Can you see him doing that? There's interesting quotes. He says, I have absolute energy, but I only have one problem. I can't do a little bit. I can only do all or nothing. We saw Pep, like that. Pep having a sabbatical, and it works in his favour. Do you think that's important with the demands and the pressures on modern-day management, and can you see him doing that?
I could see him doing that, especially if he's won the Champions League. If they win the league this year, then you've just got to keep sustaining that. And there'll be a certain time that, you need a rest. You need your body to refresh. And just like players, sometimes players, play fantastically well for a club, but they need a change. They need to go somewhere different. So I'm sure he wouldn't come out with comments like that if he didn't mean it. He wouldn't say
And
that
if
lightly.
he does have a change, there's a replacement up the road in Steven Gerrard. He's already come out and said that already. But I want to see Jurgen Klopp for now stay in the Premier League. I think he's brilliant. He's great to watch. But yeah, I think Steven Gerrard could be the next one in there. He's doing great things at Rangers. But I want to see Jurgen Klopp. I love what he brings to the Premier League on the sideline. I love his interviews after games. And he's just a manager who you love watching and you learn from. And I learn from him. I'm doing my coaching badges, but I learn everything from him, watching him, how he sets out his teams and that. It's brilliant.
Yeah, great. And man management as well, that you said.
Unreal. That's the biggest. That's the big thing in football.
Yeah.
For me in football, the big thing is man management. And other players are maybe different from how I was, but I love the manager to talk to me quite often. And
Show the players value.
Show me. I needed that. I needed that lift to talk to me. Give me that big lift, and I'll go and produce for you on the football pitch.
Give you confidence. Do you agree with that, Rachel? The biggest thing in football for a manager, man management over tactics and the psychology, nutrition, all the other things that come into it. Man management, the number one for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there's so many managers that unfortunately get it wrong. Because people are still human at the end of the day. What happens on the football pitch we judge, but we don't know what happens in their life outside of the football pitch. And as a manager, you have to manage the whole of that. And somebody that comes in and has a bad time at home is bringing that into work. You need to be able to make sure that they're okay. It's huge.
Okay, so let's quickly wrap it up. Who do we think are going to win the Premier League this season?
For me, I just think it's Liverpool's. If they lose this, they are going to absolutely kick themselves. So for me, I think it's got to be Liverpool.
Clinton?
Ask me after the two Man City played them twice.
I don't think that's how it works.
I'm only joking. I think it will go right down to it. I'm just going to go Liverpool.